All right, good afternoon, fans, friends, and family. We're back at another episode of Real Talk with Ian and Ian. And we got a special guest this afternoon, straight out of Jamaica, and she has a lot of history. But I want to just introduce you officially to our guest this afternoon. Her name is I'm gonna give you her name that she go by, aka Discus Baby, otherwise known as Shadae Lawrence. And we're happy to have you on the platform just for you to just tell us a little bit about your accomplishment, your dreams and goals. And we just want to know a little bit about you. Obviously, since the Olympics is going to be in 2021, I think that it would be great for us to let the world know who you are before you get on the podium. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So, as my co-host Ian, we either Ian is fine. We are always delighted, as I said, from two former we're definitely come from an athletic background. He's a top class cricketer, and I'm a okay former athlete. Trying to, I'm a masters athlete, so yeah. So welcome to the show. We're gonna let Ian just say a little word about himself and about what he expected, and then we get straight into it.
Okay, guys. First, I just want to say welcome, Shadi, to the platform. This is new for both me and Ian, but it's Ian and Ian, and it's always a pleasure to have someone wearing that Jamaican flag and the color there. Yeah, I see it. You're wearing my Puma too. I love Puma, and I hope if people don't know that about me, I really love Puma, and I love my country, Jamaica. I love sports overall, but most people know me for cricket. But actually, I entered high school, which I went to States, where Ian basically was a legend, in terms of athletics. But I went into States for athletics also. I was scouted by the one Mike Olivier Mercy. He brought me in to do track and field, but early in my career, I got an injury. And that one injury, mommy said, guess what, boy, that's it for track and field. And, I was so talented. I just decided to continue with the cricket. But, I realized the parents had a lot to do with influence in terms of our career path. So that's going to be one of the questions to you, Shade, if you were influenced by your parents or it was just a talent that was identified by coaches. So, just welcome to the platform.
All right. Awesome, guys. And right before we speak, this is just another thing we use the platform for. We like to start off the platform on a positive energy and positive note and an inspirational word. So I'm going to be doing a little, tell you a little 3 minute story about it. Just a little inspirational word. And today, my little inspirational word is coming from the word bitterness. And that bring you to the scripture, Hebrews 12, verse 15, that says, make sure that no one falls short of the grace of God, and no root of bitterness spring up causing trouble. So the little lesson is about bitterness, and bitterness has a tremendous way of taking root deep into the soul and resist all effort to weed it out. Bitterness occurs for many reasons. It might come from a deep hurt you receive as a child, hurt or you cannot forget. Time rather than diminishing the hurt only seems to sharpen the pain. Bitterness can result from hurtful words of a friend or a coworker, often a person who hurt you unaware of the extent of the bitterness. You find yourself being offense over and over again, and each time the root of bitterness deeper within your soul. Bitterness can drive from a sense of being unjustly treated. Bitterness is easily to justify. You can get so using a bitter heart, and you can even comfortable within it, but it will destroy you. Only God is fully aware of the destruction potential. There is nothing so deeply embedded in your heart than God's grace that cannot reach down and remove it. No areas in your life it should be painful that God's grace cannot bring total healing. No offense committed against you in so hinder us that God love cannot enable you to forgive. When you allow bitterness to grow in your life, you reject the grace of God that can free you. If you're honest before God, you will admit the bitterness and allow God to forgive you. Bitterness enslave you, but God prepare you to remove the bitterness and replace it with a piece of joy. So I hope that word of wisdom there might reach someone, and in some positive way, we just realize that bitterness it hurts the person itself than the other person. So we always gotta. The key is to always find the grace to forgive anyone that might hurt you in any form of way or any shape. So with that said and done, we're going to get into just to know a little bit about you, and as knowing you for the past couple of years, I'm learning more and more about you, and I'm just happy to be a part of your journey. So my first question to you is, obviously we're going to go way back. We just want to know, when did you start doing get involved in track and field, and what was the first experience like when you started out?
All right, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is having a blessed Sunday. Okay, so I started, my journey started in the 6th grade, primary school. I was a high jumper at first, very thin, very good at high jump. I went to the Nagahead Primary School. I don't know how many people know that primary school. And then I got a scholarship to go to very technical to do the high jump. So my first year, my body just started rejecting the high jump. I got scared of the bar, and I didn't get to go to champs. When you don't get to go to champs on a team like Bear and then big team, you feel really bad. And I'm like, oh my God, what I'm gonna do? Because I went in as the top high jumper and didn't go to champs. And then my coach said, I want you to try the discus. At the time, discus. But I'm trying to discuss. I don't want to try no discus throw, because at the time they were saying all the big people the discus. And you don't want to identify as big. So I'm like, I don't want to do the discus. And then I was like, I finally decided, okay, let me try it. And that's where it all started. After not wanting to do it, and look, this is how far it has got me. So my second year of high school, that's when I started, 8th grade.
All right. So fine, she went from doing the high jump to the discus. And I could relate to that, because a lot of time when we're in high school, we don't even know what event we're good at. A lot of times, a lot of people want to run the short stuff because it's fast. And then, whenever you're asked to do something else, you always feel uncomfortable because it's stretching you a bit. So I know for me, just like me becoming a 400 hurdler, obviously, I didn't know that I could do hurdles, but coach well, try the 600. Then after that, you try the 800, and then next thing you're doing the 400. So after, because one thing with a coach able to identify the gift in you. You can't really identify the talent in you. So what I would say to all of the young ones that's watching right now, sometimes you got to take chance and just listen to your coach, because the event that you might think that you like, it's not the event that you're going to excel in. So that's something that, and pretty much that's a lesson in life, period. You could bring that a long way, because we all sometimes have gift and talent in us that we don't know. Sometimes we don't know what are the gift, and sometimes it take a while to come out. So I just want to say that coming from the high jump to the discus, and I'm sure that I'm sure that you're happy that you made that decision. So Ian, any thing you would like to ask a young lady?
Well, you guys talking about high jump really brought me back to my worst days in track and field. Actually, it's a high jump that got me out of track and field. What happened? It was a Ash Wednesday, and I can remember vividly because when I went into states, I went in as a class 3 athlete, but then I had some fast guns, the Latanel Williams, the McRae, the Dave Woods. So I could not make that team. And coach wanted to have me try something else. So with Baker, he had me to do the high jump. So I was actually doing the high jump, and I did not get the whole that you need the skill and the principles of it. I jump over the bar, I make it over, but my leg wasn't not too friendly with my forehead. So I actually got a hit right over my eyes, right here, and actually end up in the hospital for a while, all bandaged up and everything. So when my mother came and heard that story that his son is now on the way to hospital, I actually went all the way to Kingston into a kind of ICU type of setting. And I remember Shaka in our principal back at States, he would just, every time he saw me, he said, that boy cost me so much money. so basically my mother was saying, hey, you're not going back into no track and field. And I basically had to fight to do cricket. So, I don't have a good memory of high jump because it's what really take me out of the sports. Because I was pretty much talented going into high school. So, I give it up to you, Shadae, that you go in with high jump. That means you're a top athlete because high jump is no easy thing. Just getting up to the bar, I've seen so many people get there and they not even complete that jump, they stop. So,
right.
So,
The higher
yeah.
you go, the more. To me, the higher. What happened to me? The higher the bar went, the more scared I got. So I was like,
Okay.
yeah.
But Shade, this guy's like, I don't know exactly how tall he is, but we call him tall. We call him tall man. So let the fans know I mean, I believe that yeah, you never know. He could have been a Olympic high jump because how
Right.
tall were you in high school, Ian?
Man, I'm 6'7" as it is, Shade. And when I was in high school, I think I was about 6'5". But you know the thing, Ian, I actually cleared that bar that Baker was clearing, and Baker was probably about class 1 at the time. Because he had me training with him. So it's not that I didn't clear the bar. No. I cleared the bar as a class 3 athlete. Got over the bar, but when I hit the sponge, I bounced back and I think my knees find my face, and that was it. So I actually would be good at it if I had not hit my forehead at that time.
Yeah.
So, but it's 6'7" and still growing. I tell people I'm 6'7" and still growing. They'll be like, "Are you crazy?" But I'm growing in knowledge, and the tummy is coming out a little bit now. So, but I'm still growing. But 6'7", that's how I stand. Yeah, and I stand about 6'5" in high school.
Wow.
All right. Awesome guy. So now well, another thing that I want you guys to know about Shade is she's a twin. She has a twin. She has a sister. We was hope to hear her because we know normally, twins they do a lot of things together. So we was hoping to hear her today, but I'm pretty sure we'll talk about her. As it's, I don't think we could do an interview without mention that you're twin because I know your guys' stories about I think you guys feed off each other and you guys inspire each other and you push each other. So who was born first?
The Shardia was born first, and she's the smarter one. Sometimes I don't like talk about it, But Shardia was born first, yeah.
Okay. All right. So what if, like, she's not here? Just let the fans know what event she does, and just let us know what it's like to have her like when you go to competition with both of y'all there. I mean, how do you guys aspire each other to get the best out of each other?
Since this journey, it's been me and her. My sister's name is Shardia Lawrence. She's a triple jumper, so she's a horizontal jumper, jump in the sand and stuff like that. But it's fun to know that you always have someone, family right beside you along the journey. I inspire her. I let her. I like, hey, you need to work hard. You're not doing this right. You have an attitude when you don't need to have an attitude, and she do the same for me too. In the NCAA, it was emotional because we competed the same day every year for 4 years, and she didn't for 3 years straight. She didn't make the final, and I had to be like, all right, I have to remain focused. I don't want to get emotional because I know I feel bad that she didn't make the finals. And then her last year, she won and everything. So that kind of, I wanted both of us to win. That was motivated me, but it just didn't happen. But it's good to always have her by my side to motivate me, and I do the same for her. And I'm excited to see how her professional career is going to be, because it's just going to be the same too. So.
All right. So now that you touch that word professionally, we're just gonna speed things up a little bit. Just to, fans, she's a former Olympian, and she competed in Rio. And she's also an NCAA champion for many of you that's watching over here in North America, and all over the world. We know what NCAA champion. So she's currently, on the all-time list. I still believe she's in the top 5 of all time. So my first question: can you describe your biggest accomplishment and what it's like to be on a platform such as the NCAA? What was that moment like when you won the championship?
So my biggest moment really was making the Olympics as a freshman. Going into college, I was just a regular thrower. I improved I worked really hard, and I kind of soared to new heights when I got into the NCAA. Quality coaching, good equipment. So I started to push that barrier. I made the Olympics as a freshman. So that's my biggest moment. And then, of course, winning the NCAA, it was really good because it was in the last round. It was my last row that I won, and I went in. I was in 3rd position in the lineup for the last row. So I threw, and I knew that I went in first place, but then I have to wait for 2 more persons to throw. So I had to wait and sit back. But it was a really good moment because I trained really hard and excited, and to know that I won against all these junior and senior as a sophomore. So it was really a great accomplishment.
Okay. So just let the fans know what school did you went to, and the distance you throw to won the NCAA, and what year was that?
Oh, so I went to the Kansas State University. It was my sophomore year, 2017. I threw 61.37. I think that was my second best throw ever, and the furthest inside a stadium. So.
Okay, awesome. So that's awesome. All right, so let's propel a little bit to your professional career. So who is your current coach at the moment?
All right, so I'm working with Julian Robinson. He's not with me right now. We're working via distance, but I have someone who oversees the program that he sends me, and we communicate on a daily basis. That we send video back and forth, and he corrects me, and he also speaks with the coach that's right here with me about what he needs and what he expects. So for my professional career, I'm working with Julian Robinson, Jamaica. To me, one of the all-time greats already, the best in the world. So he's who I'm working with for my professional career.
Okay. All right, guys. For the fans, Julian Robinson is the coach of 2 great male discus throw for Jamaica, also out of Calabar High School, and he's one of the top field event coach in Jamaica. And just to let you guys know that Jamaica has made tremendous move on the field event. We all know that the sprint is leading the way, but to see the fact that it's more diverse now, from the male side, obviously won 2 medals in the last World Championship, one on the male in the discus event, and on the female side also in the shot put event. So we just want to say that you know, we want to give our shout out and the support to everybody that's involved in helping Jamaica field event on the next step for greatness. We believe that track and field is a complete sport, and we believe that that is there's something for everybody to do. All the young ones that's out there that's coming up realize that look, if you can't run, you could throw or you could jump. There's something for everyone right now. So I'm very happy to hear that you are in have such a great coach that's preparing you for the Olympics. So just to let us know, so I know that the Olympics was canceled this year, but we'd like to know how was your preparation going? Um, you know, when you heard the news about the Olympics, what was that like? And the second part to the question is going to be what you're going to do to motivate yourself back to regroup and come back for 2021.
So from a professional career, I wasn't sponsored. I'm not sponsored. So the aim this year was to make it in the top 8 at the Olympics. So I was training and working at the same time. So I heard the news was when in February, I think February, March.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I
Yeah, so I
think
was
March.
March.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was really excited. I was really training, working on some stuff that I knew I need to work on in order to be in the top 8 or to be among the best of the best. So when I heard the news, it was really devastating because I was like, this is a very it's a setback for me. But what's the second part again?
The second part was since the Olympics was cancer, and I know that that got to be a disappointment, and I know that there's still a season going on. So, what's currently your plan for 2020, and also your plan for 2021 to prepare back for the Olympics?
Oh yeah. So I was really focused. I was really determined that I'm gonna train hard and make to that final. But I still have that mentality. It kind of postponed. But I'm still right now. I'm not really training. I'm mostly doing core work because the facilities are not open yet. So I'm just doing as much as I can right now. But I'm still intrinsically motivated. I'm still positive to our situation because my ultimate goal is to get sponsored, which will make my life much easier. So just kind of right now do what I can, co-work and stuff. And once everything opens up back maybe in late August, I can start back resume training and stuff like
Okay, okay. Well, so it sounds like your 2020 season has come to an end.
that. Yeah.
As you guys know that this season has pretty much cancer, and there's some starting to be some activity back. For the next month or two. We're not sure how those events are going to go, but a lot of athletes or some athletes have just decided that they're going to just take the rest of 2020 off and just get ready for 2021, which is supposed to be a big year, which the Olympics, we're going to keep our fingers crossed that the Olympics will be on next year. We're gonna, hope that everyone is preparing for it. And I know next year is supposed to be a big year with the World Indoor Championship and moving into the Summer Olympics. And we hope to get back to all the competition as regular. So for 2021, I guess you're saying you're gonna regroup and pick up back on your training and let you know that should we expect a new national record in 2021? Do you think about record or you just hope to just improve your mark?
I wanna improve my mark right now, and I know once I'm under good training, and once I know I get stronger and stuff like that. Technically, too strong. Technically, I know I'll maybe PB make a personal best, but my aim right now is to be consistent. That's my aim. Is to be consistent because that's how you got to be if you want to make money and stuff on the professional level. So my aim is to be consistent.
Okay,
Okay.
Shade. Listening you speak there, I would definitely feel your disappointment, to be qualified to go to the Olympic. For everybody, this is the biggest stage. Your training and all your training is that end goal. So hey,
Yeah,
I'm gonna make it to the Olympics. When that announced and you make the mark, you set your record, and you're now there, basically there, ready to take off. And to hear that COVID, here comes COVID, you know that big disappointment. I can tell you, I know how it is. I'm here and I play cricket, and the guys who can play cricket, they're so disappointed. We just actually opened back up for cricket. These guys
yeah,
come out, cricket would stop when rain start falling. The guys want to play in the rain. That's how much they miss it.
yeah, yeah.
They want it because everything that they do, their passion is basically cricket. Your passion is your sports that you're doing. So now to deal with it, I just want to ask you, where do you get that strength? That strength to deal with this? Because no matter what it is. We are human beings, and it actually affects us, our life, to know that you put in all that work and you're looking forward to it. So I know you would have had to go through probably a little depressed mode, but who is your biggest strength? Who do you pull from? Is it that God, your parents, your coach? Just give us a little bit into that.
So after I finished school, I already devoted myself. I told myself that I'm going to give maybe track and field 5 years of my life. So I know that I want to take on this journey, but I'm a very spiritual person. I pray a lot and I ask God, like, why is this happening? Like, they say don't question God, but something I have to ask, like, why is this happening right now? And I told myself I need 1 year, because I kind of put a lot of pressure on myself. Like, I need this year to be sponsored and to just put myself out in the world, on the world stage. I'm like, why is this happening? But I just look at it positive now. Just maybe more time to train, stuff like that. So I pray a lot for understanding. It's, and I'm not the only one going through it too. So I just pray and ask God that to remain help. Hopefully everything works out for the best, and continue to remain focused on the end goal, not to focus on what's happening now, but on what I want to achieve.
That is
Okay.
so
Awesome.
important. I'm happy to hear you speak about God. You know,
Yeah,
um, because I'm telling you, God is everything. When you let Him be your foundation, everything else is gonna be made possible. And
yeah,
I'm just saying no, this I gotta target Ian. When we got together, I brought Ian on a platform, and Ian was speaking. Everything was about God. We could
yeah,
not get anything out of Ian about the sports or anything. Ian came on, open the platform with prayer. And as you see now, he's doing inspirational. He's reading, giving us something inspire. And
yeah,
and and it is so important, and I'm telling our listeners, it is so important when you lay everything, that foundation on God, and that solid foundation. Because trust me, in time like what you're going through, when you need that strength to pull from, it's when you and him lock in that little corner, you talk to him, just like you said, you question God. You're
yeah,
asking him, why did this have to happen to me? And I know
yeah,
within that questioning, God is probably telling you, guess what, Shade? This is just to build you up, to let you dig deep. And trust me, when you dig deep and you find the strength, He's going to be with you every step of the way. And I'm just going to tell you this straight out. You know, God going to let you overcome every single obstacle that is out there. You're going to make it big. Your name is going to be a name that's going to be reckoned with the Jamaicans, the
mhm,
international star. Sponsorship won't be a problem. I'm telling you right on this platform, you're going to get that sponsorship because God will not let His people suffer or
yeah,
beg bread. And if the sponsorship that you need to travel, He's going to give it to you. And at some point, this is going to reach the ear of a sponsor that's going to come on board and take you up. Because guess what? From I listen, you're a real talent. And that's what they're looking for. And the other thing about it is that you have a heart. You have a heart for the sports. I hear you talk. I hear the passion about it, about the sports. But the most important thing is that you're a person with a heart for God. And trust
mm,
me, that is very important. In any sports, any field, anything that we do, having a heart for God is important. So, I'm proud to hear you talk so powerful about that godly foundation that you have. Even
yeah.
though you have to question God at times, it is important. I do question God too.
For real, yeah, because some stuff happen, and if you lay it on yourself, you go crazy, you stress. So I'm like, God, I don't know what's happening, but I'm just gonna take it one day at a time and just focus on my goal that I have. So
Okay. All right. Well, as I said, I love talking to you, and I could talk to you all day. I'm actually learning more about you. And I think I'm just so happy because I really truly believe that um, track and field is not about just running on the track. I think that it's very important that we get to know our athletes and know more about them and know a better interaction with the athlete, because to know a person is to love them. So I mean, so obviously, yeah, we might see the performance, but that sports is one of the greatest thing that connect the world. And especially like looking for the Olympics, there's no other sport in the world that people combine from all different language, all different continent, all different areas, and to come together under one roof. It's such a great. So I'm a truly believer in the Olympic movement. I believe that is the greatest event on earth, and I'm looking forward to attend the Olympics next year. So this question I wanted to ask you. So your last Olympics, tell us about that and tell us how this one is going to be better. What are you working on to make sure that this one is better than the last?
So for my first Olympics, it was really unexpected. I was really young. I just really gotten to know myself in the sport, and that was the first time I know how good I was. I've been watching the Olympics for a while. I know both and Shelley and all those Veronica Campbell Brown. I've been watching them since I was young because I've been in sports basically all my life. So as when I made the Olympics as a freshman and to be on the team with the youth, because he was there too. Yes. Yeah. Oh God. Hold on. I'm sorry. I just got a call from my mom. Yeah, so I was on the team with the great Usain Bolt, and to know that I was among some of the best people, some of the best disco stars that I see on TV and stuff like that. It was really inspirational. I came 21st out of 32 athletes as a freshman, so it was a major milestone for me. I learned a lot. I saw how these oh Jesus. I'm sorry. I saw how these elite athletes how they train and what I needed to do to become better. So that Olympics taught me a lot. So this Olympics now I have a lot of experience under my belt. I'm with a very good coach, a good agent. I don't know if I would tell you that we're a good agent so far. Yeah, so I have a lot under my belt and I know what I need to do in order to achieve what I need to achieve. So that's the difference between that Olympics and the upcoming one. I'm more mature.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Well, as I said, I'm sure that as a former Olympian myself, you know, I this is one lesson that I always say, that I mean, I've been to the first Olympics, and yeah, I didn't have the great experience, and I always say, well, at the time, again, I was just young, just coming out of college, and I always say, well, I got two more Olympics, because you kind of assess most professional athletes' career goes until some mid 35,
Yeah,
based on how your performance start to go. So
yeah.
for me, I was like, well, I made my first Olympics when I was 26. So I was like, well, I got two more Olympics, but unfortunately, I didn't make any more.
Oh,
Unfortunately, it seemed like, the Olympics is every 4 year.
yeah,
So when the Olympics come, it's just a matter of each year. We don't know. You might be good the year before the Olympics, like doing better, and it's just unfortunate that it wasn't the Olympics. And then after the Olympics, you still go and you're able to qualify for the national team. So making the Olympics, just because it's every 4 year, it's just a fact that the year that it fallen, typically you want to have your best performance that
yeah,
year, because the Olympics is the highest level. So typically, that moment will live with you. Actually, that will last even longer than doing something else in between, like, the World Championship, the Commonwealth Games, the Pan American Games. There's a lot of games, that goes on. Now, one of the great thing about Usain Bolt was he was able to dominate for 3 Olympics, and in between the Olympics, he was still dominating the World Championship.
hmm
So that's that's unheard of in the sport of track and field. So that's why he's the all-time legend in my books. Now, what I wanted to ask you, being to the Olympics and just being around athletes, who is your favorite athlete that really you could say that I just that person just inspired me, and just tell us why.
Um, I must say, Shelley and Fraser Price. One thing I'm big on is sportsmanship. I think you should be a good sports person to your competitors, and I think she's good at that. I like her determination. Like you have to be determined, hardworking. You can see that about her. She's very determined, and hardworking. Based on even the fact that how she came back from having from the birth of her child, came back to winning the world championship. So I see a lot of her in me, like the determination and the strong will and the love for the sport. So she really is, and I saw that lately. I think it was World Champs when she came back and stuff like that. I always admire her, but I think that moment solidified that yeah, she's really a great athlete and that she's someone that I look up to.
Okay, okay. Well, guys, for many of you guys that I know, everybody that follow track and field, and we got people on there that doesn't follow track and field as much, but Shelley and Fraser Price is one of the all-time greatest female athlete for Jamaica. You know, you're talking about yeah, in the likes of Merlene Ottey, Veronica Campbell Brown, Shelley and Fraser Price. What she has done, and she's still in progress of still trying. Of still, she's not done yet. She's on her way to another Olympics, and I think that all female and all pretty much all athletes, for someone to have a baby and come back and be number one, that got to be inspirational in every single way that you can, you know, because we know the days when some athletes might have a baby and that might be the end of the career, you know, but the odds have changed right now because we have Shelley and Fraser Price, we got Nia Ali, we have you know, we got even from the start of Marion Jones that has a baby and came back. You know, we have plenty of other athletes. I know Veronica is still training right now.
Yeah.
You know, for the Olympics, she has a baby. You're talking about Alison Felix that has a baby. So this is an inspirational time for mothers, and I salute all the mothers out there because it's not easy to bring around a baby for 9 months and to get back and train and to get back and look even better than how he was before. So you know, so that's inspirational. In what's your thoughts on that, Ian?
Well, I was just about to ask Shadi a question, and Shadi should know this question already. You know, so you know, really and truly, as you would have taught just now, you know, all these athletes, they basically realize that they need time out for kids. Because I work as a nurse, and I know that, you know, there's, according to man and doctors' diagnosis or prognosis, it is very challenging to have a child after the age of 40, even though my wife had conceived at 40 years old. But, you know, based on doctors, and I don't believe in doctors like that, I believe in the Holy One. What God's report is the only report I believe in. But I know some athletes, they're always mindful as they go through with their career. They're mindful that, guess what? Because every athlete want a child. Every Usain Bolt want a little baby Bolt, you know. So they're planning their life as they go along in terms of kids. So Shadi, I know you're pretty young and you have a big career ahead of you, but is it too early for Shadi to start thinking or planning around having a child, or do you not think about it right now? What is this? I know it's a big question, and a lot of the fans would want to hear what's the plan. And
no kids right now. I need to ensure that I have my own place. If I want to bring my life is stable for a child, you know, you have to ensure. I have to think about the child first before ourselves, and I have to ensure that I have a husband. It's not there yet. So.
you may just get yourself in trouble right now, you know.
Yeah, so I'm going to devote the next 5 years to my career and making as much funds as I can, for my family or my child. Whenever I'm ready, I'm financially stable.
Good
All
decision.
right.
I would say that is a great decision in that you'll put the career first. Because trust
Yeah.
me, I believe you have a good, not even the 5 that you say, but probably another good 10 years ahead of you, as Ian would say, up to 35 people still going back to the Olympic. And we realize that people, it's all about the way you take care of your body, your nutrition,
Yeah.
and your coach that you have working with. So I'll say you're thinking pretty good, you know. And if you just want a testimony, my wife had a child at 40 and have a second one at basically in the plus now. So we
What?
have 2 young babies in the past 2 years. That's when the Lord started to bless me. So so
Yeah.
don't let anybody tell you all these things and kind of have you in a two-mind frame, and you're not
Yeah.
focused on what you're supposed to focus. Right now, your main goal is to focus on that Olympic. And the moment you go there and medal, you think about the next one to come, the next 4
Right.
years, or you're gonna prepare again. So don't let nobody come and deter you from what you're supposed to do. And now you just put it out there about the husband, so they know you're not married. So the guys, they're always gonna be coming, So just be careful, protect yourself pretty well, Let them know that you have a shield around you. Right now, it's
Very
focus
much.
time, So, I am really proud of the way and the direction that you'll be going, because I can
Yeah.
hear it. So just walk in your passion, walk in your greatness. A lot of greatness await you. So that's my little bit on that part.
Yeah.
So
24. I have
now that
a lot more years to come. I'll wait.
okay. So now
All
that
of
we're
you.
talking about, we seem like we speeded up a little bit and went what possibly could happen down the road. So I want to know, what's your aspiration um after track and field? I mean, what would you see yourself doing? I know some athletes get into coaching. There's plenty of opportunity. Obviously, we all know that track and field is not going to be forever. We know that it's going
Yeah.
to come that day when you have to walk away. What's your aspiration outside of track and field?
So I think a lot of people, my friends, and they know that I love braiding. I've been braiding since I was 11 years old. So I think I want to open a braiding salon and also a beauty supply store. I'm very passionate about braiding. I love making women beautiful. So that I also think I have a calling to help people. I don't know what specifically yet. Right now I'm working at a nursing home, so maybe I might go back. Maybe I might go for nursing. Maybe let's see how much I like. I already like it, but let's see how much I continue loving it. But
You better
I think
love it, because you have somebody that you could talk to, and I'll lead
okay.
you along that career path. Okay, so continue.
Yes, so
Yeah,
I
we
think I
we
have a calling in helping people because I'm very passionate about helping people. So I don't know what exactly yet. And maybe I need to continue to pray on it, like what you want me to do, God. But I think I'm gonna do something in helping people. But for now, braiding, open my own salon and a big beauty supply store.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Well, a lot of you guys know that her favorite one of her favorite athlete that inspired Shelly and Fraser Price. She is a fashionist when it comes down to hairstyles. She's actually, that's one of the what she's known for. Everybody want to see what hairstyle is Shelly coming with
Mm-hmm.
for the next Olympics. So I'm pretty sure she got somebody, or she already got that figured out, but it's a secret. Nobody not going to see that. So you got to tune in for the Olympics, and I'm sure that Shadae, with the inspiration that she drawn from Shelley and Fraser Price, and she's going to be following similar footsteps. And I'm wishing her all the best, because her passion. I believe that any passion that you have and any determination you have as an athlete, if you take that over into any professional after your career, you will be successful. I mean, you already know what it's like to get up and train
Mm-hmm.
4 hours a day, 5 hours a day after day. You know what it's like to have your body aches and pain and headaches. So with all of that, I want to wish you all the best with everything you have in store. I really believe that. Keep that close to you and start work towards your passion. And I'm pretty sure you're already doing it. So that speak for yourself. And all the people, I'm pretty sure all the athletes on the female side of the team know that, look, you're the best on the team. And if they need anything taken care of, you're going to make sure they look their best on TV.
Right.
So going out there. So that's always awesome. So this is one of my favorite questions for you. What's your advice? Well, anyway, let me back that up. I know that you said you went to Veer Technical, which, guys, Veer Technical High School is one of the mecca of producing Olympians in Jamaica. Veer Technical, when you're talking about, as I said, on top of the list is Merlin Joyce Otti, that graduated from Veer Technical. So anybody that goes on that campus, they already know that, look, the moment you get to Veer, you know that Veer is for winners. You know that you come to Veer, you're on the right path to dominate. You're talking about, I mean, I got to bring up the Turner sisters. They was during my time of running that they started a legacy, and all the sisters started off there. You talked about Lucina Golden Clark, one of my favorite athletes, that she Veer Technical. That I could talk about men is because there's a lot of Veer Technical High School. Merlin Fraser, Beverly McDonald, you're talking about Veronica Campbell Brown. So there's a lot of history. So just for the fans, she went to Veer Technical High School, and that's out of Kingston, in Clarendon, Jamaica. So we just wanted to. So my question to you, coming out of Veer Technical High School, you got a scholarship. You tell me what you study in college, but what I want you to tell me, what advice would you have for any young athlete that's coming up right now? What advice would you give them for athletes that's listening the program right now? What would you want to share with them?
I think mostly if you have talent, then continue training hard, enjoying the sport, because at some point it gets really serious. But continue high school, continue enjoying this. Sorry. Enjoy the sport. Remain focused. And just to let life take you wherever you should be. I didn't know how far this sport was gonna take me. So yeah, basically continue enjoying the sport and remain focused, because track and field has brought me so far. Yeah, I think that's
All right. I'm gonna touch on a little thing. I like the family part of everything. Family is the most important thing. Family is the most important structure. So I can tell, because mommy don't stop calling you so far. We are behind every strong woman, man, any individual out there. Most time there's a strong lady behind them. And I can hear mommy checking on you. Probably mommy not getting you calling her back, not even sure that you're on this program. And mommy is just like, I hope she's all right. And she's not gonna stop calling. There's gonna be another call if you don't send her a text. Oh, so how have your parents been? Mommy been there with you in terms of guiding you? Did she see this as a sport that was fitting for you? Because I know a lot of parents, they want to live. Some of them want to live their dream through their kids. But did your mother allow you to just grow into your own passion, or did she, was she there to say, okay, I think you should do this? Because at first you mentioned starting high jump. Now you had to transition into doing discus. What did mommy have to say in all of this?
So my mom has been a big inspiration in my life. Oh yeah, I forgot about my mom. I said God, but also my mom. Yeah, I told her I was on here. I don't know why she called. I told her to log in and see. I don't know why she called it, but yeah, single. I grew up in a single parent household, so my mom has always been there, supportive all the way. Every track meet, my mom was there. She was in St. Catherine at the time because we were in boarding school. So she would come down there every month, ensure that we have our snack and everything. She supported us. No champs. That mom did not miss one champ. She was always
Wow.
there supporting. So she's big. She's a big inspiration to me and reason why I get up and want to work hard to make her proud. So
There you go.
yeah,
I could tell that mommy was right behind you every step of the way, you know.
very
And I
much.
just want to say a big shout out to mommy for really basically lending the world such a talent, you know, because you know we see the greatness that's upon you, and we know you're gonna be going places, you know. And in that, I just want to say one thing, and I know athletes on a whole, when we're going through, we also have our difficulties or hurdles. Hurdles, Ian, we know a lot about. And one of the biggest hurdles for an athlete is injury.
Yeah.
How have you managed to stay away from injury? Have you had injury that have affected you in any way? You know, just tell, because I know a lot of people, they want to know how to, if they could get a formula to be injury free, you basically would be on top of the world right now. But in terms of staying healthy and fit and injury free, let us know the secrets. Or if you ever had like a moment where you got an injury where you thought probably could have taken you away from the sports. Just let us hear something within that line there.
Yeah, so a funny story. The year that I won the NCAA championship, the fall, December, I tore my labrum. It wasn't too bad enough, but I could not throw. They had to do some shot to reduce the pain and inflammation. But I just did constant rehab. Every day I was in the training room, ice, heat, everything. And it's till now, it's not bothering me, but to ensure that it doesn't reoccur or anything, because I lift hard, I throw every day. So that's strain on the muscle. You know what I'm saying? That's working the muscle on the shoulder every day, and with my throwing arm too. So I have to ensure that I ice. I have to ensure that I do my rehab, my band work. Ensure that I heat before I start throwing. So just you just have to um take care of your body. Basically, that if you want your body to take care of you and give you the result that you want, you have to take care of your body. So.
Okay.
How about your eating program? 'Cause I know a lot of athletes, they tend to be, you know, the coach normally give them, you know, diet, special diet. Or you're just somebody who just guess what? For me, my cricket, I just eat whatever I eat. And you know, I was able to maintain that and run through. I don't know about Ian. I don't think Ian would have been on no diet like that when we were at States, but probably later on. But you know, is there a diet to you keeping fit and healthy? Or you just like regular Jamaican, we just eat Jamaican, live Jamaican?
As in the college, you just eat anything. Like Ian can tell the NCAA, you just eat whatever you get, or you buy whatever sweet and big bag of chips and but the professional world, I had to change because a coach is big on core work, big on make sure that we have strong core and staying healthy. So I kind of reduce the amount of rice. Jamaicans will love a lot of
Yeah,
rice.
rice
So
and dumpling.
dumpling. So I have to reduce my food, my portion size for sure. Cut out the sweet, no juice. I just come off juice maybe once in a while, but I mostly drink water and chicken, fish, those food that I enjoy. So I really started focus on my diet for the professional where I'm telling you I wanted to ensure that I focus on everything that I know that I can improve on, because dieting goes a long way. So what you put in your body, that's what you're gonna get out. And I want to ensure that I'm putting in the energy food that I can train every day and recuperate and stuff like that.
Great, great.
Okay,
Back to you,
awesome,
Ian.
awesome. Yeah, so since we're talking about training and diet, I want to touch on the two things. I want to touch on your physical aspect. I'm gonna ask you a question physically. So in terms of your training, just what do you focus on mainly? What you training like? Do you do a lot of? I know I heard you said you do a lot of. You focus on your core, but so for a discus throw, what's training like? Do you just lift weights, or you lift weights and throw? Just let the people that don't know about the discus, let them know what it's like. Or what aspect of training you emphasize more.
So at first in college was just about lifting. Yeah, my college coach, he didn't really care for anything else but lifting and throwing. Um, So right now under Julian, he's big on core work, he's big on speed and power. So I do a lot of hurdle hops. You think I'm a sprinter or something, but I do a lot of hurdle hops. I do a lot of sprint work, short sprint, and also I've never really tried to lift heavy. So I started really trying to improve my marks in the weight room and stuff like that. So lifting a lot of weights, and also my doing a lot of throws, because the more reps you do, the better you are at fixing technique and just getting comfortable throwing. So everything is just high volume right now. So everything, yeah. So printing, power work, lifting, and also a lot of throws.
Okay, okay. So
Takes a lot to pro level. But
do you do that every day, or you just you do like in the fall? I mean, do you do a lot more weights or as I said, it's obviously I know you touch on it. You do a lot of hurdling and thing like that. So I'm not gonna let out any more of the secret
yeah,
of that.
you can't really tell the secret.
But
But
this is one of the areas that I am very big on. I wish, as a former athlete, and I wish back in the days, I've actually take the time more to do a lot more mental preparation.
yeah.
So explain to me from a mental standpoint, what do you do to prepare for a competition? You could just give us a little overview from a mental standpoint, because we all know that mentally, it's very important. We could do all the training, but you got to be mentally ready to do what you train to do. So can
Right.
you explain to us from just give me a little overview from a mental standpoint?
Yeah, so mentally I had to train myself, because sometimes I get really nervous and it can affect me. So I really, even in training, when even training, I try to make sure that I'm calm while I'm executing majority of my throws. I watch a lot of motivational videos. I start reading a lot of books on how the elite athletes do it and how to be mentally strong. So, and I pray a lot. Like, yeah, I believe in prayer. And I pray a lot to take away all the nervousness and to just help me to be fierce. And I think once you train hard and you get stronger and stuff, it gives confidence. So I was being a lot more confident, because I saw how my numbers and stuff was going up. So, and I knew, like, once your number go up, it's a possibility that your throw is gonna increase. So I just kind of train hard, I watch motivational videos, read books, and pray, basically, for
Okay,
anything
okay,
that you want
okay.
to work on. Just pray it out.
All right, all right. So we're getting close to the end at this moment. And I'm gonna ask you probably two more questions. I asked you one, and I guess Ian will ask you one, and I'll ask you another one to close it out. But so I just want to ask you, with all the sports aside, just let us, for a professional athlete, what do you do in your free time? I mean, I know that's got to be big. What you do for fun in your free time?
So right now, right now I'm working, and I listen a lot of music, dance, and also braiding. Like, I really want to ensure that once I'm done with track and field, I have my braiding techniques and everything done. I can just open my shop. So I'm really focusing on braiding, and also just talking with my family. They make me happy. So I call my mom, my sister, we FaceTime and whatever, and we just talk. So that's most of what I do in my free time.
So that's good, guys. I mean, she's saying she's working on her craft.
Yeah.
She's still trying to get better at braiding. I don't know much about braiding. I don't got much hair. I I know that I seen braids, but time have changed. I'm seeing different hairstyle and braids that I've never seen in the past. All I know, I used to assume braid with just you just cane roll the ear or wherever you do. Just
No,
you make
more
it
to it.
small or big.
A lot more to it.
Okay. So that's something that I'm happy to learn from you. That braiding is an art and it's a skill, it's a technique. And so on an average, so how long does it take to braid how long it normally take you to braid a hair on an average?
Like average, like it depends. Say I'm doing like singles, like most of the ladies like knotless or box braid that take you 4 hours.
Yeah. Okay, 4 hours. Okay. So guys, Shadae, she's on Facebook. I'm sure that you could find her. If you need to get your hair braid for any reason, I'm not going to tell you how to get in touch with her, but if you get in touch with her, she'll tell you how to get in touch with her.
Well, Shadi, just in
You know
case,
that. You
just in case you're in the US, I need you to come by my home because my wife, everything, she loves braid, so she goes natural here, Ian. So with her
Okay.
natural hair, she tends to do a lot of braiding. But I'm gonna tell you the worst part about the braiding that I don't like now, Ian. You hear Shadi say the
The
four
ear.
hours when I bring
yeah.
her here and I'm supposed to sit and wait for her because I'm the driver, she's not driving. So I gotta sit and wait for 4 solid hours. And all they're doing is just twiddling and a lot of talking, and you're on the
Yes.
sideline. But what I tell you, Shadi, is that your vision, I like your business mindset. Simple mean, you're thinking big. People may look at it as just braiding, but you also mentioned beauty. The good thing is that I'm involved in all of this, the beauty world, and beauty, it's like a 37, like a trillion, put it like this, it's $1 trillion industry.
Yeah.
People don't
No,
know that.
everybody know braiding make money. So
Yeah.
whoever think
So,
otherwise, they need to
yes,
step it up.
yes, the beauty world, I'm just putting out there, guys, because professionally, I am into the beauty side. And the beauty world, it's $1 trillion industry. So there's a lot of money in there, and even if there's a youngster up, I'm telling you, this is something that you probably want to get into. There's nobody want to look ugly. And I tell you, COVID have taken off a lot of masks, because not being able to go to the salon and all that stuff, I can tell you, we realize we see some people here and it's a different person. So we see how much when you go to that beauty salon, the difference that it makes. And the ladies, they love their salon. All right, you take it. They love their salon. So I really like your business mindset. And I say just go for it. If that's what you love, go for it. Just create a lot of those stores across Jamaica. Make one be here in the US that I could go down there with my wife and drop her off.
I am in the US though. I'm in Florida,
Well,
so
well, guess what? Why Ian tell me you're coming out of Jamaica? Ian, be careful what you say. I thought you was down there today.
Well, no, I would say that she's a Jamaican
Okay,
Olympian.
okay. All right, Shadi, you're in Florida. I'm in Florida. So
oh really?
my wife just find a breed, and I shouldn't have said that out loud because I know I'm in trouble. So I'll find a way to get to you and let you give her a hairdo. So,
All right.
really appreciate the fact that you allow me to at least have a minute with you, share your time with us this evening. I'll turn it back over Ian, but I really enjoy this interview and the moment with you. I can tell you, you have a lot within you because I can hear it. You're passionate about your sports. You're also passionate about your business side. And I just say, there's no limit. Don't put no limit on yourself at the things that you can do, whether it's in your sports or in your business. And as you say in your words, you're a godly person, you pray. So that's where wisdom will come from. So the Lord will guide you as you go along. As you say, you're still young, but just continue to stay close to the master man. He got all the plan. He's the
Yes,
master man behind
definitely.
the plan. So, continue on your journey. Wish you all the success in the world. And we will follow you wherever you go. All right?
Thank you.
You have a
Nice
good
talking
one.
to you too.
All
All
right.
right. So, guys, just want to recap. Today, it was Shadae Lawrence. She's the Jamaica national record holder in the discus. She's currently training for the Olympics in 2021. She is currently not sponsored. She's funding most of this training for the Olympics. She's currently working. I'm not sure if she's getting any help from any entity at this point, but she's on a mission, and she has known what it's like to be victorious. We've seen from the NCAA champion, that many NCAA champion going to be Olympic champion. So the fact that she have done well in the NCAA, she has been successful in the high school level. So she is a little bit on a slow start due to the COVID-19 this year. We haven't really get to see her first year competing. Obviously, for the discus, as you know, that it's only outdoor. So she mainly has is basically a one season athlete. Some athlete have the opportunity to compete indoor, outdoor. So for her, so she gotta work really hard because with the season that she has, she got to work really hard. So what we want to do, we want to wish her all the best. We want to wish her and her coach for the next Olympics and all the best. We want to pray that she will stay motivated, stay encouraged. Friends and family who know her, she's gonna need your support. Any way you could support her, just knowing that when she become victorious, she's representing her family, she's representing her country, so just give her support and just give her a word of encouragement. If you can follow her journey on her page. I'm pretty sure that she will be traveling all over the world. Now she's want to take her career to a different level, so she'll be traveling all over the world. She'll be back in Jamaica. Obviously, her coach is also based in Jamaica, so I know that she'll be going back and forth at times just to touch base with her coach. We want to wish her nothing but success. And I said, on behalf of our talk show, Real Talk with Ian and Ian, we just want to say that we want to give you a big round of applause for coming on the show today. And we definitely going to follow your journey. And we hope to bring you back with the medal when you come back on the show.
All right.
That'll be wonderful.
We're gonna bring you back, and we're gonna look back on this interview, and we're gonna do a new interview, and this is gonna be an interview for celebration. And regardless of what, remember, you have an Olympian. So you have what you accomplish is something that gonna last with you forever. All right, being a two-time Olympian, three-time Olympian, great. Then the next phase is to be a medalist. Obviously, when you go to the Olympics, unfortunately, when you finish 8th or 7th, sometimes nobody remember that.
Right.
They only remember who come first, second, and third. Now, obviously, I'm a former athlete, so I know that just making it to the Olympics and winning medals, and even make it to the Olympics, that's winning one medal by itself. Obviously, every athlete that can go to the Olympics get a medal. But my point that I want to make to you is that we want to just salute you, and we just want to recognize you, and we just want to support you in every way we can, and we just want to wish you all the best. And as I said, we're looking forward to see you again, and we want you to let your sister know that we missed her and we wish her all the best too. Because we believe that you guys are gonna push each other. If you win the medal, she gonna want to win the medal. If she win the medal, you gonna want to win the medal. So
Definitely.
we want to see the Lawrence sisters, doing big things in the Olympics in the future. So until we talk again and we meet again, be safe and sound, and all the best success.
All right. Thank you. I'll be posting videos and stuff, so you can follow
And
my
just to
journey.
say that, did you have anything else you like to share or end with?
Just that I'll be at this Olympics. I think I'm gonna start posting more videos, training and my track meet. So I'll keep you guys up to date. Just follow me on Facebook, Shadae Lawrence, and on Instagram, DisCUSBABY. So
Okay,
yeah,
discuss,
thank you
baby.
for having me. And have a blessed rest of your day, and stay safe in this season.
All right.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you. All right. Thank you.
All right.
All right, Ian. So we're just going to do a little wrap up, just the overview about the how the program went today. So what's your feedbacks of Shadae? What do you see in her? Where you see her going?
Well, I'm very proud of her, pretty young athlete, but as you can see, pretty disciplined athlete. And she would have a lot of background work coming out of Veer Technical, as you have mentioned. A lot of it's like the factory for top athletes. Veer, they produce a lot of Olympian and a lot of world-class athletes. So basically, we have seen that she have a solid background and she's disciplined. And you realize she'll tell you about her work. She have basically notched up her work, so she's putting in a lot of work, and we realize she's getting the result. She's willing to throw even through pain, because she tell you when she won that championship, her shoulder was hurting. That tell you that she even performed through pain. She's willing to give it her all to bring home that medal or win. So that tell you about her. She's determined and she's disciplined, and those are two big things, are two keywords when it come on to athletes. Okay, you gotta be the discipline to first get into the gym to start your training, your program, and then you have to be motivated. And you realize that she's also very much motivated. It don't take much, because she's not looking for people to motivate her. You can hear it in her. She motivates herself, but also she have been richly blessed in that she has a mother that support her. She said her mother never missed a champs event. So that can tell you the family structure that she has. So it's not that she's just drawing from one place. She's drawing from several resources. And she's drawing from the most high resource, which is God. You can listen to that spiritual side of her. She is very spiritual. She's a spiritual athlete. And I tell you, nothing beat a man that is spiritually inclined.
Yeah.
God is gonna see them through. God is gonna take them over every single hurdle once they continue to believe in themselves, believe in their ability, and have the faith to know that, guess what? God will take them over. If it's a hurdle, if it's a bar, or if it's just to give her the strength to release that discuss to the distance that you'll claim that victory. So I personally see her as a strong athlete on a whole. So holistically, she's a complete athlete. And not that she's just an athlete, but I can hear business in her head. As you have seen, a lot of athletes, the talent, once the talent run out, probably because of age, that's it. We don't hear anything about the athlete. But you realize from what she's saying, she's going to take up her passion, which is braiding and even creating stores and also, beauty. So you realize that she has a vision. This young lady is seen very far, She is not just an ordinary young lady. And I really have to give it up to her, give it up to her coach. She speaks highly of her coach, who's back there in Jamaica. And even though she's here and everybody's practicing social distance, but they're still doing their work via the internet, via their whatever communication mean. So you realize that she's still sticking close to the coach and also working with her program. So I expect for this young lady to do exceptionally well, and it shall be a name to reckon with in the future, Shadae Lawrence. And I really love the interview, and I see her basically doing great things.
Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, just from my perspective, one of the for me, they just it's just happy for me to actually get an opportunity to learn more about the athlete. Um, Other than their craft, we mainly know about their craft, but we don't know about the athlete themselves. I know obviously the craft is the number one thing that entertain the fans, but sometimes if we could just get the fans to know a little bit about the athlete journey, the obstacles and the accomplishment, they would be appreciated a lot more because we know that off the track there's so many obstacles that I said. Obviously we always hear about having the baby because that one is obviously seen. So just the baby part of it is always a challenge, and obstacles are not necessarily being to be negative, but it's just the fact that part of being successful is the how you deal with the obstacles when they come up against you. Injury is a part of the game. You can't make excuse and say, well, I messed up, because you train. So when you hit the platform, the goal is for you to demonstrate your best of your ability on the platform. As I said, just from being an athlete, I realize, and the thing that I admire also about her, from what she's saying, that she, from a mental standpoint, she trusts in the Lord. She reads the Word to encourage herself, and she used that to build up her from a mental standpoint. So I'm glad that we was able to learn more about her physically and mentally. And we wish this young lady all the best in her career. And I just said you could follow her on her Instagram or Facebook. You could follow her management group at allstarsmanagement.com, and you definitely would able to know her story. So with that said and be done, we will just before we wrap up this show, we're coming back in a couple hours with another. Well, this is a student athlete from St. Elizabeth Technical High School, otherwise known as STETS. That making she is not training for the Olympics right now, but she looked like an Olympian the way that she trained. So her story is going to be fantastic, because this today we want people to know that, look, um, you could be Olympian training, you could be winning life, accomplish your goal, not going to the Olympics, but just by doing yoga, just by staying fit, just by pursuing your passion. So what I would like for you to do, just tell me about the next guest that will be coming up tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Go ahead and just let me know the guests, and just tell us what you expect for later on.
All right. I expect big things, especially the way you post it. Fit and fabulous at 40. And actually, I think she's about 40, 42 to 43. And why I'm able to say that, she was my classmate back at Stets. We share the same classroom. And I was able to see this young lady as she matriculate, also in the books and on the field. She would have taken her career to the top level, also with her education to another level also. But I've seen her over the years, disciplined young lady, a beautiful young lady, and now a mother of two. She's just looking amazing. And I just gonna save everything for later, guys. You wanna take in this lady, Babette Stewart. You just look and see the videos that she do, the quality videos. Look at her. You cannot tell that she has a baby. And that is so important, because that's a struggle for many ladies out there. So you don't have to be an athlete, but ladies, they care the way they look. But this lady is a model for our young ladies, example that, guess what? You can still be a mother and still stay fit and in shape and look good. We expect this interview coming up, man, to be amazing. So you guys just stay tuned. Can't give you no more. Just join us back at 9 Eastern Standard Time. And if you're watching out of Jamaica, that would be 8 p.m. for you guys. But I tell you, Babette Stewart is going to grace this stage later.
All right, guys. That's pretty much it. Again, tune in later on at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Babette Stewart, former student athlete of St. Elizabeth Technical High School out of Santa Cruz, Jamaica, otherwise known as STETS. We look forward to see her. And we thank all the guests and visitors that joined in today. We thank you for tuning in. We thank you for those that was not able to see it live, but we hope that you will able to catch the program at a time convenient for you. Obviously, this program is going to be on our Facebook page, YouTube channel, Ian and Ian, and we're also producing a podcast that's be on many platforms, iTunes, YouTube, Spotify. Just go to the podcast and Ian. I mean, just the way it is. So, guys, until we see you again, we're gonna take a huge break, and we hope to see you back in around 3 hours. And to God be the glory.
Thank you, brother.
All right.